All right, welcome everybody to another Board Game Nation review. Today we're going to go through the review of 5 Tribes. If you want, you can see a run through of the game, just a quick one, and also the rules. So let's get started. The first thing is, let's get through the controversy of this game and the slave cards. The slave cards right here. So the slave cards, there was a big controversy about them because, well, they're slaves and nobody endorses slavery and it's bad, and I agree, it's 100% true. I mean, I didn't have a huge problem with it. I think that, you know, as it coming up in a game, it almost gave me an opportunity to talk to my nephews or my kids about it. If my kids ever, you know, grow up and and want to play this game, it would be a good opportunity to bring it up and say, this is what's happened in the past, and this is, you know, something we can really talk about, and I'm sure they'll have questions. And so, I mean, bringing hard subjects up in a game, I don't have a problem with. I don't think the designers had any malicious intent with bringing the theme in of slavery. I think it was a misstep for them, but I can see that it's a tough subject for a lot of people, and it might make some people not want to purchase this game. So that's that. Otherwise, the theme, I think, is great. Yeah, it's a Mongolic. Yeah, it you know, a lot of people say that the theme doesn't work with the mechanics, but I think that it's nice. The artwork seems good. I feel like there's all these tribes, and each tribe does something else and something different, and it all works together. So the theme, it's not, you know, thick, but it's there. And I think, you know, the market is thematic, and the genies are really cool, or the jinns. So that's that didn't really bother me, that the theme didn't really work with the mechanics so much. The artwork is, like I said, amazing. I really like it. Some people said that the artwork on the board doesn't really match with the jinns or the actual tiles. It's not a huge difference. It's not like some of these Kickstarter games where the artwork is massively different. I think they work together, the artwork. Time, you can bang this game out in an hour, less. You know, you could really, if everybody was focused, you could really go through it quite quickly. Now, some people have said in the past that this really kind of slows down AP-prone players. And yeah, it's a fairly light game. You know, if somebody's really dragging it out, it's not going to be hugely long game anyways. But I think it more than the AP-prone players, I think it brings out people that are casual gamers. I mean, this is a good Euro game, like nice and thick, it's heavy, but you can completely ignore the game while it's going on. And people have said that's a bad thing about the game. I don't think so. I think that you have to pay attention to the game to really do well. But there is an opportunity to ignore the game. And this is where these kinds of players, where they're kind of like, they're on the phone or they're having a conversation about gardening, and when it comes to their turn, they're like, oh yeah, sorry, I'm playing a game? Oh, okay, well, let me think about it, right? And this game, a lot of people that do that like this game. That's the kind of AP-prone people that I don't like. The people that don't want anything to do with the game until it's their turn. And that just annoys me a lot. So if you've got people around the table that are engaged in the game, you pop it out. There's no problem. I don't see that there's huge amounts of AP prone play. There's not a lot of choices in here, right? It's a very tactical game. But if somebody's ignoring the entire, everybody else's turn, well, yeah, they're going to have to stop and think about it, right? Because the board does change. And that's the other thing. I mean, when it comes to the mechanisms of the game, it really does change. The whole board can change through, by the time it gets back to your turn. But that's not a huge problem, and it doesn't mean that you don't have to pay attention, because there might be something you want, and the other people don't see it. Or as you're watching, you're like, ooh, you know what, in actual fact, it's got the thing that I want has gotten even better. And if you pay attention, you can win the game. Because you can see the different things happening. A lot of people say, well, you just, you don't have to pay attention to the game at all. I disagree. I think you really need to pay attention to this game. See what other people are doing, where they're going, what they're getting. Are they getting all the yellow guys? Are they getting a lot of market cards, right? There are a lot of different strategies in this game, and you have to have a balanced strategy, and you have to be aware of how the board is changing, how many meeples are left of each color, how many opportunities are there going to be to get more cards or more yellow guys, I mean, you have to pay attention. So the concept of, oh, you don't have to worry about it until it's your turn, I completely disagree with that. It's a very deep tactical game, but it can be quite engaging. Let's see, good points, bad points. Good points, tactical game, Euro game, lots of fun. You can teach this game to your grandmother. I actually brought this up to Sudbury and played with my mother-in-law, and she sat there on the iPad doing whatever she was doing and played this game. And she's not a gamer, like, I mean, she plays cards, and she asked, is this like cards? And I'm like, no, but, have a go. And she did fine. She did great. I helped her out a little bit, but she understood what was going on. So, it's a deep, heavy, tactical game that you can teach anybody. Right? It's quick. It's fun. It's going to be one of those games that you're going to have in your collection because you're going to enjoy it and everybody else is going to enjoy it, even if those people are new to gaming. Negative things. Not a huge amount of negative things to say about this game. Components are amazing. The setup's great. We've already talked about the slavery theme. That's not so great. And the gins, some of them are really cool, and I really like that. So that's there's not that many negative things. I really enjoy it. I think it's a great game. Rating, it's a great game, and I'm going to have to give it a 9 out of 10. Now, it's not one of my best favorite games, and it might have been an 8, but really, it's so versatile. You can pull it at any time, and every time I do play it, I'm satisfied. So that has to stand for something. It's a great, solid Euro game with tactics and a quick play, and it's satisfying. So, 2 thumbs up. If you liked my review, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of Board Game Nation, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and good night.